I used to think that clapping back was a flex, but really, I was just reacting to wounds that I hadn't yet healed from. And now I respond with intention. And it's not for them, but it's for me. Hey guys, my name is Brittany, and welcome back to part 4 of the Becoming Her series. Today, we're talking about what it really means to protect your peace and how emotional intelligence helped me to stop spiraling, stop overreacting, and stop wasting my energy on people who never deserved it. All right, guys, let's get into it. Now, what is emotional intelligence and why is it such a soft power? Emotional intelligence is not about suppressing your feelings. It's about learning how to understand them and learning how to manage them. Okay. Because everyone and everything does not always deserve your response. And when you're responding to everything, it costs you your peace. And your peace is very important on this journey of becoming. All right, guys, let's get into it. Growing up, I was the youngest. I was always considered the spoiled one. I was always considered the one with the smart mouth. The one who always has to get the last word, always has something slick to say. Yeah, that was me growing up. I used to think that that meant I was defending myself or standing up for myself by always being quick tempered, having something to say. And really, I was just reacting from a wound, a wound of being misunderstood. As I got older, I realized that I was very reactive. I always had something to say. I couldn't take criticism very well. I just was not really good at managing my emotions. I let them get the best of me in almost every situation. There was a point in my life where I just really got tired of being so reactive. I started to do the inner work so that I could heal that part of me. I didn't want to no longer be triggered by everything someone said or did that I didn't like. And I realized that emotional intelligence was not suppressing your emotions, it was about handling and managing them and protecting your peace. Let's talk about protecting your peace and why boundaries are so important. When you are just going through life, you're reacting to everything, it's because 9 times out of 10, you don't have any boundaries in place. Boundaries are what help to protect you and keep your peace very, very sacred. People like to view boundaries as walls that people put in place, but honestly, it's just having that self respect to know your limits and tell people how to treat you. The people that are meant to be in your life are going to respect your boundaries. And the people that test them, step over them, or disrespect them and disregard them are the people that you no longer need in your life. Now, I understand that there's family members, maybe long term friends, and those situations could be a little bit tricky, okay? What you have to do is stop giving them the power. Don't react to everything because let me tell you the truth. There are some people that just like to poke at you, that like to disturb your peace, that like to start arguments. And guess what? Back in the day, I would go toe to toe. I would give them exactly what they were looking for. I'd be arguing, I'd be clapping back, I'd be doing all of the things. But I would leave feeling so drained, so emotional, so annoyed. And they would be just going about their lives, doing their thing like it never happened. And that's when I realized that people go through life reflecting how they feel on you. And if you are not careful, you're going to feed into that every single time. Having emotional intelligence is knowing that those people are just projecting their feelings onto you. And in this new era, baby, we are not allowing them to disturb our peace. Once you stop reacting to the noise, you reclaim your energy. And once I realized that I was handing people over my peace just to feel heard, I wasn't with it anymore. I knew things had to change. All right, guys, let's talk about what emotional intelligence looks like in real life. Not everyone deserves a response from you. Sometimes your silence speaks more than your words ever could. The next time you're feeling triggered and you feel like you need to respond, I challenge you to do this. Say nothing. Don't even give them a response. Acknowledge and walk away. Or if that text come through and you want to just crash out on the text, you want to say some things that you know you shouldn't say, read the message, delete, and move on. You can sometimes talk until you're blue in the face, trying to explain yourself, trying to explain how you feel. And there's some people that really just don't care. Stay grounded in truth, even when chaos tries to pull you in. There are people that are going to be loud. They're going to say things that they know is going to trigger you. And you just have to be emotionally equipped to deal with those things. And also stop putting yourself in those situations. If there's people in your life that constantly pull you out of character, that constantly test your patience, a part of having boundaries is just not showing up there. Guess what? This is not for me anymore. I don't put myself in rooms that I know are going to trigger me. I don't associate with people that I know are going to send me into an emotional spiral. No, because this version of me doesn't feel the need to shrink to be in places with people who are just going to poke at me, upset me. I'm not with it. Oh, you said what? I'm not hearing it. You know what I mean? Excuse yourself. You don't have to deal with that. And there was a time where I would just deal with the stuff because I felt like, okay, it is what it is. I'm in this environment. I know this person is going to try to pull these things out of me, and I would give them exactly what they're looking for. Until I started to realize, like, I'm so tired of being reactive. I'm so tired of constantly being triggered. That's when the boundaries come in place. The new version of you, she doesn't go and do the same things that old version of you did. She's not putting herself in positions to be triggered. She's not putting herself in positions where her boundaries are constantly being tested. Like, we are moving on. We're leaving that in the past. We're growing and we are dealing with our own emotional intelligence. And that is knowing when enough is enough. That is knowing what rooms you should and should not be in. It's also knowing what people you should entertain and what people just don't fit your life anymore. Now, if you are struggling like I was with being triggered, here are a couple of journal prompts that I use to help me move through that emotion. The first one is, when is the last time I felt triggered and what did it teach me? Sometimes you got to sit with yourself and think, if every time I'm around this person or if every time I'm in this environment and I leave feeling emotionally drained, it's time to remove myself. Sometimes it helps to write it down and you can see it for yourself so you know how to set the boundaries going forward. Number two, in what situations do I still feel the need to prove myself? That right there will let you know everything you need to know. If you're still proving yourself, you're in the wrong room. You don't have to prove yourself. You know who you are. The last one, what boundary do I need to put in place this week to protect my peace? Okay. Sit with these journal prompts, expand on them. Literally, like, I love journaling because no one is around. You can literally be raw, authentic, be your true self, write how you're feeling, and evaluate it. That's that self awareness piece, and make the necessary changes to protect your peace and your energy. And remember, your boundaries, they don't have to be loud, they just have to be firm. All right, guys, so that's it for today's video. Drop a heart in the comment section if this video resonated with you. Let me know what boundaries you are putting in place this week, okay? Once again, I just want to thank you guys for tuning in. I love you guys. Until next time, bye.